Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel and happy Vlogmas Day 20. When I think of all the cleaning that I still have to do in here before the 24th, I don't think I'm gonna make it. I have so much housekeeping errands to do today out of the house. I have letters, 3 letters to mail. I also have to be in touch with the RCMP about the person who's been harassing me with my taxes and my home. And we all have heard about my father's business partner, my late father's business partner. And my late father's business partner, who was never dealt with properly by local legal authorities. And so it blossomed into a mafia-like vendetta against me and my mom when she was in her last few years. Why I think it's him and why I know this is him, at least this certain thing, is because he did it with the condo abroad. He first tried to kick my mom out and myself out, and then he tried to lock us out with his family in there, and he had the key. Well, it's an old story by now. And then he actually literally said he was the new owner of that condo that other people purchased, and that my mother and I would no longer be going down there. Now, all of these affirmations, which were false, helped us, win our lawsuit. Not that we really needed that, but he had done enough on his own, embezzling, and he came after me for favors of a certain kind, even while my father was still alive. So I knew before so many other people found out about his real, true nature, evil. No woman, no sister, no wife, no daughter, no niece, no brother, no brother-in-law, no father, no son should have a man like that in their family. And nobody should use a man like that as a role model. And now I have no other alternative but to go to the RCMP with this family's name and ask them to step in again permanently and remove this person as a fixture in my life, because it's criminal. I mean, what he's doing is vendetta. All these things that went on with my father's estate, my mother's estate, that's him. That's him. And I don't know if my lawyer refuses to see the light. She just keeps going along with me on this crazy charade of life. It's not a life, it's fighting mafia. And I'm not going to keep his name a secret any longer. I'm going to mail it to the RCMP, and I'm going to have them step in because I can't handle this by myself anymore. For legal authorities to expect me to is a crime in itself. I do think there are a great many legal authorities or law enforcement people know him well and are helping him by simply not doing anything. And I don't want this to turn into a rant, but my mother and I went through a nightmare. So it's not imagined. But I always use this time of year to re-energize myself. And I need to refocus. And my family is important, not him. And I have to go about life with that kind of affirmation, because if I don't, it'll swallow me up. And so I hope everybody out there is having a great day, and I will check in with you later, probably when I'm on the road and I have some of my housekeeping jobs done. One more thing, guys. You know what happened? Remember, I was telling you that I was looking for a chip dip bowl, or a dipping bowl. Well, I found one. I was filming it, but because I was so engrossed in finding a cookie tray, I just let it go. That shows you how stressed out I am. And so today, I don't think there's any use. That was 2 days ago. I'm going back to see if I can manage to grab one of those, but I doubt it. I think they're gone forever. What is it about the chip dip bowls that is making such a peekaboo appearance in my city this year? Why? That's frustrating. I need a chip dip bowl. I need two. Anyway, guys, I'll catch up with you later, probably at the Dollarama. Guys, I cannot believe I finally found the chip dip bowls. Guys, I'm so glad I found them. I am getting ready to go inside for my appointment at the ear clinic, and I'm hoping I did see particles coming out of my ear this morning after I put my drops in. So I think whatever's in there is ready to come out. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I don't anticipate walking out of here with a plugged ear. And then I have to mail the letters to the company who handled the transfer of my mother's property to me. And I have to let them know that the city now wants taxes. And so I have to tell him, because I'm thinking maybe there was something on his end. I'm just making sure. I'm not accusing him of anything at all. So I have to send a letter to the company who did that. And then I have to send a letter to the revenue office and explain to them that if they think they're getting any money out of me, they're going to be sued, because you don't randomly attack people like that and demand money. They're going to get reported to the RCMP if it's not rectified immediately. And whoever put my mother's name and property on that list should be arrested and charged and arrested. I have to reverse the order of that phrase. And they have to be dealt with. That's criminal. As I was saying, that is a criminal attack on a person to falsify information in order to collect taxes. Whoever did that, I'm not saying I know who did it, but I have a very good inkling of who did it. And I'm going to pass his name on to the RCMP so that he can be investigated one more time. And just the way he was when my mother and I were in court with him. And so I'm not backing down. And if the city doesn't stop it, I'm gonna have to take legal action against them, because this is a gross, offensive error on their part, and for them to and I'm anticipating that they're going to try to insist. If they try to insist, it's going to be an attack, and I'm going to fight back. So I'm telling people out there, don't give in. These are scams initiated by criminals, and not necessarily always the fault of the city. But if they decide to go along with the criminal and ignore official information that's on my mother's properties file, like ignoring that I exist, refusing to acknowledge that I'm the new property owner. They're gonna have to answer to that. That's inefficiency. That's corrupt. I'm sorry to say, but that's corruption. So, guys, I can hear, and my ear is all cleared out, and so thank goodness. And I bought some for Christmas Day because I could very well homemade these, but because I have so much to do, I bought some cheese bacon tortellini for Christmas Day and New Year's Day. I'm gonna cut them in half and freeze the rest. And I need to make sauce. So now I have to get on to all the correspondence that I have to get out. I also have to send a note to the Animal Services Department because they don't realize that I bought Kiara, my a year ago adopted cat, and I had to return her. I have all the email that I spoke to regarding the return of the cat, so that verifies everything. And I hope it doesn't make a difference in my future adoptions because I cannot handle life without a cat. I've had a cat since I was a small child, and you heard the story about how I got my first cat, who my father gifted me after I came out of the hospital in Italy, in northern Italy. And so I have had a cat all my life, and that cat passed away when I was approaching 30 years old. And so I adopted Micha in 2011, or was it 2010? One or the other. And so uh, life is not good without a cat. What can I say? Well, guys, I'm having a bit of a hallmark moment. It's such a beautiful afternoon. It's a little cold, but I just love being outside. I enjoy nature. I enjoy driving around in wooded areas. Um, it's a beautiful day. And I'm facing a lot of stress, so I'm taking a few moments out to catch my breath and, just try to think as rationally and as calmly as possible, which is very difficult when I'm on constant anger mode, um, only because of the stress that I've been trying to relay to you. And not for anything else. Everything else in my life is pretty good. And I can't complain except for whatever you want to call the situation that's come up. And I think what I'm going to be doing is probably getting a post office box and redirecting all of the mail from the city. That way I can weed out any fake or phony mail because to me, sometimes when an address doesn't look right and the address that they put for me is not the right correct address, um, so I have to kind of wonder what exactly is going on here, and why the city would send me something like that when they don't write my address like that. So that's another thing that really caught my attention when I was mailing the correspondence to them, why they would do that. So anyway, I'm probably thinking it wasn't official mail. And so I think from now on, that's what I should do. I'm going to have to look into it because I don't want all my mail to go to that mailbox, but I'm going to have to do something. So, anyway, guys, I'm going to catch up with you later. I think I'm going to stop off at the store and buy a little Pepsi or something. And I think I'm going to start celebrating Christmas tonight after I do my cooking because I have a lot of shrimp in the freezer and I'm not going to be here Christmas Eve, so maybe I can pan it out little by little and finish it off. So I think that's what I'll have tonight. Anyway, I'll see you later on. Bye. Hi everybody, I'm back home and it's just after 4, it's almost 5, but I've been home for a while. It feels good to get home early enough to see the sun go down. And I think I think by now you must have realized that I'm not doing a walkthrough today. I decided to just slow down my pace a bit and get some errands done. I have a little house cleaning to do later on, laundry, and I have to clean my bathtub. I hate that. Um, and I wanted to show you my little tiny Dollarama haul. And these items, I'm keeping the chip dip bowls, but the other two plastic containers are going to be going with the hostess, that they'll stay with her. And I'm going to put all my overflow dip on there because there's not that much room in the bowls. But I all those other bowls that I purchased, I need them. I love them and I want to keep them. But these are more practical for the dinner because, driving maybe even in a snowstorm with flat plates all over my car, it's not going to work, guys. I don't have the proper containers, and for the kind of dish that I'm bringing, I need compartments. So let me show them to you, and then I'll explain as we go along. Hold on. So, guys, I swung by the dollar store and I picked up two of these. They're exactly the same. They were $3 each. And what's great about them is that, all the vegetables that I bought this weekend, the carrots, the little tomatoes, and all the fruits and everything, all the cheese, they're all going to go in here. As a matter of fact, I wish I could just do the plate now and keep it in the fridge, but I don't think there's enough room. So I'm going to have to just bide my time and do it all, I guess, on the morning of the 24th or the evening of the 23rd, one or the other. And then for the overflow, I bought these two little containers, $2 each, one for the salmon mousse, which I haven't made yet, and the other for the shrimp dip, which I'm going to make probably tomorrow or the next day. And I did make another batch. Oh, yes, I also bought another keychain. I like to wear them around my neck because it leaves my hands free and it doesn't require me to go digging through my purse. So there you go. And these were $6. These were $4. That was $1. I spent 11 something, $12, something like that. So hold on, and I'll show you what I want to talk about. So anyway, guys, as you can see, I'm snacking. No starch solution dinner for me today. And this is mouthwash, by the way, left over from this morning. I was kind of in a rush to get to the ear clinic on time. However, I did make some more salmon shrimp dip. And I want to tell you that my original recipe calls for 1 can of tomato soup and a half a can of water. Usually you put a whole can to cook it, right? Well, I found, guys, number one, I only use 1 tablespoon of unflavored gelatin because that's all I got when I bought the package. It calls for 2 tablespoons. And then this one is 2 tablespoons of unflavored gelatin powder. And that is how it should be, really stiff. Boy, I'm going to have to finish all of that. Oh, I don't mind. And so, but another thing that I noticed when I remade the shrimp dip is that my cat's getting up on top of all this stuff. Hold on, guys, hold on. So I think Micha is looking for the shrimp dip because she smells it. And so what I was trying to explain before about the tomato soup was that years ago it used to be thicker. It used to be thicker, and with a half a cup of water, it was quite a thick consistency. Not so anymore. It's thinner, right? It's thinner. Even when you pour it out of the can, you can tell right away it's much thinner than it ever used to be a decade or so ago. And so I it's interesting because I realized right away when it struck me that the tomato soup is not as thick as it used to come, the canned tomato soup. I decided to use a quarter of a cup of water instead of a half a cup. And you know what? It really worked out. This is exactly the taste. I mean, the other one, the first one that I made was also very good, but it was watery, it was loose. It wasn't the right consistency. And so now I think I've got it pretty much the way it should be. And I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure you could use other brands of tomato soup or maybe even fresh tomatoes. I don't know if that would work, but experiment. And maybe you could use, instead of cream of tomato, you could use cream of mushroom or cream of asparagus or cream of potato. You have to experiment. But in the salmon dip, I'm not using any soup at all, just salmon and cream and the other ingredients. And that I will also show you when I do make it. But for tonight, I'm only going to be making my tomato sauce for the tortellini that I bought today for Christmas Day. And so, in case you didn't have a good look at it, I'll show them to you again. Hold on. They are in my freezer, and so I hope that I'll be able to find a container to store the rest of them. I need to make sure that I portion them out, half for New Year's Day, half for Christmas Day, and I want to make sure that I make enough sauce for them as well. So, guys, I thought I would get started on my tomato sauce for Christmas Day. And I'm going to follow a recipe that I used back in July for my potato gnocchi, which calls for onion, potato, and some carrot. And I'm going to throw in a little bit of basil and just let them simmer before I add the tomatoes. So hang on and I'll show you how I do it. So, guys, my tomato sauce is done, and I'm gonna let you have a look. It tastes very, very good, and it's just the right amount of um, tanginess. You know, that tomato sourness. It's just perfect. I do like my sauce just a little tiny bit sour, if you know what I mean. And so that's it. I just blended the onions and potatoes and carrots and garlic together after it was all cooked. And I let it simmer for another few minutes, and that was it. So I'll let you have a look. So, everybody, it's been a very nice day, and I really enjoyed staying in and, getting some stuff done. I'm starting to prepare for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, so, I can't put it off any longer. Christmas is here, whether we want to face it or not, it's around the corner. And even closer than that. So I have to spend the next few days. I have one or two more walkthroughs to do. One or two, I haven't decided. I'm still waiting on the response for one other store. Um, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do that walkthrough, but I do have at least one more to do. And I'm putting together a little upload for Christmas Day to go up. And I will be filming little bits here and there, how I soak my turkey wing and whatever have you. I'll probably be uploading that Christmas Day because I can't do that Christmas Eve, right? So I'll probably be uploading maybe something in the afternoon and then a movie. So they're going to be probably two separate ones. I'm not sure yet. And so we'll have to see how everything pans out. But I hope that you're all prepared for your holidays. And the way that I see things out there, people are not ready. A lot of people are ready, but some of them, and my heart goes out to them because it's awful rushing around before the holidays. And you're nervous that things are going to run out or the stores are going to close too early and you will go home empty handed. But, my prayers and my thoughts are with you. So get all that shopping done, get all those preparations done, and make sure that you don't sit in and mope about, old memories. Make new ones and send out those invitations. It's never ever too late. And so I would just love to come home on Christmas Eve and watch an old Christmas Eve movie. You know, those Christmas movies that you always see on Christmas Eve from the 1940s and 50s. Oh, I would love to see that. So, anyway, that's all for today. And probably tomorrow, if I don't do the walkthrough, I'm going to prepare What do I have to do? Either the casatelle. I'll probably end up doing the casatelle because they're easier, they're harder than the dip. So I have one salmon mousse to prepare and one more batch of casatelle. And I don't know if I'll probably do a short. I'm not sure. I have to play things by ear. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this content. Wasn't as exciting today, but I had things to do. So, I wanted to take you with me. And I'm so glad I bought those bowls. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye for now.